Warrior fans making the trip on a couple of buses and in their vehicles. They're ready to cheer on their team. Calvert on the right wing. He's got Savoy with him. Savoy looks for the trailer. They score! Ethan Hughes, his first Western Hockey League playoff goal, has tied the game at 1. One to the right point. Parker off the wall, comes middle of the line. Wrist shot. That's knocked down. They score! Jagger Firkus knocks in the rebound. We're even at 2. Firkus comes in on the far right wing. Firkus for Jagger, shot! Scores! Braden Jagger has given Moose Jaw their first lead of the hockey game. It's Kovacevic getting around one defender, drives in, scores! Oh, baby! Ryland Kovacevic! Top shelf where Nunna keeps the cookies! Warriors win the draw. Firkus up the ice to the empty nets. It's good! 5-2, Moose Jaw leads.
Winning back-to-back games in the playoffs is hard enough. Winning back-to-back games on the road in Swift Current is a monumental task, but the Moose Jaw Warriors were able to accomplish that this week, winning games 3 and 4 in Swift Current to take a 3-1 series lead here in this second round series. Good evening, I'm Marc Smith, and welcome back into the hangar for tonight's Game 5 here in downtown Moose Jaw on IKS Media Warriors Live. After 2 wins on the road, the Warriors have a chance to close out their second round series against the Broncos here on home ice tonight. Both games were a battle in Swift Current, with the Warriors pulling out a 5-3 win in Game 3 on Tuesday, and then topping the Broncos 5-2 in Game 4 on Wednesday. The Warriors' depth came through in both games, and in Game 4 specifically, as Ethan Hughes scored his first Western Hockey League playoff goal, and Ryland Kovacevic scored a key third period goal for Moose Jaw. Moose Jaw's best players are also shining as well. Denton Matejchuk had 2 goals and 3 points in Game 3. Jagger Firkus and Braden Jagger each finished with 3 points in Wednesday's Game 4 win. While the momentum is on the Warriors' side, they know it will be a strong push from the Broncos here to extend their season. Let's head down to the Warriors' locker room, where I caught up with head coach Marc O'Leary on how the Warriors plan to combat that pushback from the Broncos. Speaking with Moose Jaw Warriors head coach Marc O'Leary ahead of Game 5 here against the Swift Current Broncos. Let's go back to Swift Current, though. A couple of big wins in their barn. What's kind of the feeling in the locker room after coming away with those 2 games?
Well, I think right now we're just taking a deep breath, a little bit of rest here. I think we're happy with what we did. We went there for 2 wins and we got 2 wins, but we also understand that there's a real tough task on Friday night. We're just looking forward to the opportunity.
Feel like you guys saw the best of Swift in Game 4 and expect them to even ramp it up even more with their season on the line in Game 5?
Yeah, for sure. And we certainly respect how they play. They can generate a lot of good looks, and they had some pretty good looks in all 3 periods. Some things that we can tighten up for sure, but again, we got some big saves when we needed them, and our guys were ready when their opportunity came, and we were able to cash in.
You talked about after that game the resilience of this team. It seems like it hasn't gotten too high, haven't gotten too low throughout this series. How important will that be in a potential clinching game?
Yeah, I think it's the #1 job. We want to start fast, but that doesn't necessarily mean results. You can go back to last game. We had a heck of a scoring chance right out the hop. We don't get it to go in, and next thing you know, they're scoring the first goal. So again, you just have to trust the process and know that if you stick with it long enough, your skill will take over in the end.
What do you like about the team's game so far through 4 games, and what do you feel like you guys could maybe do better going into Game 5?
Well, I think the big thing is trying to stop their speed. You're never gonna completely take it away. Like I said, they're a heck of a team, and they're going to generate some pretty good looks. But I think it's just minimizing their speed in transition. It's a tough task, but I think over the course of the first 4 games here, we've done a decent job.
Well, good luck in Game 5.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you to Warriors head coach Mark O'Leary for joining us here on the pregame show. As always, we will catch up with the head coach after tonight's game to get his reaction on tonight's action here in downtown Moose Jaw. Jackson Unger was key in both of those victories on the road for the Warriors, including a 36-save performance in Wednesday's Game 4 win. Unger stopped all 15 shots that he faced in the third period of that game. We'll hear from the Warriors netminder when we come back next on IKS Media Warriors Live.
There's no doubt running any kind of farm comes with day-to-day challenges. We built a new facility 2 years ago. Technology has totally revolutionized dairy farming. SAS Milk gives us the tools to provide high quality standard of milk, making sure our equipment is all well taken care of, make sure that those animals are housed and cared for appropriately. They continue to push us with their standards to make sure that it just gets better and better.
Welcome back into the Moose Jaw Event Center as we continue to count down towards puck drop here on Game 5 of this best-of-7 second-round series. Warriors leading the Broncos in this series 3-1, and a lot of that on the back of Jackson Unger, who had 2 key performances in Games 3 and 4 on the road to help the Warriors pick up the wins in Swift Current. I had a chance to speak with the Warriors netminder ahead of tonight's game. Speaking with Moose Jaw Warriors goaltender Jackson Unger, after a couple of big wins in Swift Current, how nice was it to go in to their barn and come away with a couple of wins?
Yeah, I mean, I know what we went there to do, and we ended up getting those 2 wins, and those are 2 huge wins for us, especially that Game 4 to go up 3-1 in the series, and yeah, now we're just looking to close it out at home.
What's kind of the feeling in the locker room after going into their barn and stealing 2?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a good feeling. It's not an easy barn to play in. They've got some crazy fans, and it's loud in there. And yeah, I mean, that's all we could have asked for, really, to come out with those 2 big wins and keep the momentum going.
Yeah. For yourself, they get 2 early goals in both games, but then you kind of seem to lock in after that. How did you feel you played and were able to kind of lock in?
Yeah, I mean, it sucks giving up those early goals. I know some of them you want to have back, but I think I definitely turned the page after that, and I think I shut the door after those goals, and so I thought I played well in both those games, especially in the last one there, and yeah, just keep it going.
Is that part of your just being a veteran now and knowing kind of what to expect in playoff hockey, is being able to kind of turn the page real quickly after a goal?
Yeah, I mean, I guess playoffs is just more important to do that, and I think I've done a good job at that all year, and yeah, I mean, you just can't look too hard into it, and it's still just a game, so it's got to keep playing.
Yeah. What's the key now for you guys coming back home? What do you guys have to do to have success here in Game 5?
Yeah, I think just lay everything out on the line. We got a big break to play for, and I think to close it out at home and not have to go back into their barn is going to be huge for us.
How much are the fans going to help you guys out? It should be a sold-out crowd here again.
Yeah, I think by the sounds of it, there's going to be less Swift fans. So I assume that our fans are going to show up to be excited and give us all the energy, and we're going to do the same for them.
Well, good luck in Game 5.
Thank you.
Thank you to Warriors goaltender Jackson Unger for joining us here on the pregame show. Let's take a look at the starting lineups, and we'll start with the Moose Jaw Warriors, who will have Jackson Unger back between the pipes here for the game Game 5 start. Unger so far in the playoffs 7-1 with a .345 goals against average and an .898 save percentage. This is the same starting lineup the Warriors have gone with for the past 3 games. Again here tonight, Denton Matejchuk leading the playoffs with 5 goals, 17 points so far. He's paired with Kalen Parker, who had a goal and 4 points so far in the playoffs. Centering the forward line to start for the Warriors, Braden Yeager, 7 goals, leading the team in that category, and 13 points so far in the postseason. On his right wing will be Jagger Firkus, 6 goals, 15 points so far, and Martin Ricehabe with 3 goals and 5 points on the left wing. Moving over to the Swift Current Broncos, they will turn to Reed Dick. He is making his 9th appearance of the playoffs at 5-3 record so far, with a .343 goals against average and an .898 save percentage. On the back end, it will be Owen Pickering, the first-round pick of the Pittsburgh Penguins. 1 goal, 6 points on the playoffs so far. He's paired with Ryan McClearly, 1 goal, 5 points for the Pittsburgh 7th-round pick. On the front, it will be Connor Vidston centering a line with Josh Philman and Clark Caswell. Caswell and Vidston both leading the Broncos with 9 points so far here in the postseason. So that's how these two teams are lining up to start. The hockey game should be a great showdown here in downtown Moose Jaw. Another sold-out crowd here for this game. It's going to be a loud crowd. It's going to be a lot of fun, and the Warriors will look to punch their ticket to the Eastern Conference Final with a victory here in this one. So get ready, buckle up for a great hockey game here in downtown Moose Jaw. And if you're tuning in on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, you can join James Gallo and Derek Klutzel for all the play-by-play action on Country 100 and CHL TV. Those tuning in on CHL TV will be back with your intermission shows. Being joined by Kelly Rempel to analyze tonight's game, both intermissions, and then we'll have a full recap of all the action on the post-game show. But for now, let's head down to ice level where the pregame ceremonies are getting underway.